The man in the middle, number 5, Dante Fox. At small forward, number 14, Julio Little. At shooting guard, number 22, Teague. At the other forward position, number 23, Stanley Griffin. At the other guard position, number 3, Devin Rucker. The head coach of your home team. Let's hear it for your Kansas City Spurs.
And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. Hey, Dave.
Thanks very much. Now, improving NBA officiating has gone high-tech. Today, the NBA uses the proprietary game review system, which is broken down from double-digit camera angles. Analysts spend a day or two dissecting each game. And, Kevin, that data is used for evaluating, training, and communication with the teams.
Isn't that something? I mean, every day there's something new. Fascinating, fascinating stuff, DA. Thank you. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. They've got King. Scott is out there with White. And it's Banks in at the 1 spot. And for Kansas City, ABC is out there with Griffin. Then it's Little. And it's Teague in at the 2 guard. The unmistakable feel of the first day, Clark, of the NBA regular season. A game each of these teams and us as broadcasters have been waiting for a long time.
No doubt about it, Kevin, and the excitement you feel as a broadcaster, but even more so as a player, is something you have to temper down, especially if you're on the court. I mean, you don't want to have your adrenaline and excitement affect your focus. So you focus on the work that's gone into getting ready for the season, and then you try to just let that work lead how you play.
To the left side wing. Clock at 6. The offensive rebound. Here's Cox. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
It's Scott on the wing. Teague covering. Scott, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And you gotta love the aggression that he had, taking it to the rim there. Sets the tone in a close game like this one.
And so Kansas City now. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Inside. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
He kicks it to White. Back to Scott. To the paint. Here's Perry. The shot misses. And Kansas City will go the other way with it. And they're starting off the season playing Philadelphia here.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
And, you know, with two teams in the upper pyramid in the early going, important to establish that pecking order, especially within your conference. So this game is important.
Here's Banks following the score by Kansas City. A 3-ball. And it's Griffin with the rebound. For Kansas City, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
King with the block. Here's Perry. Back to White. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
First personal foul, first team foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
White at the line for 2.
No good on the free throw.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely.
You don't see him have too many of those trips to the line.
Knocked loose. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And so Kansas City now. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
First team foul.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a 3-point attempt.
Yeah, unnecessary. I mean, make them earn those points from deep. Don't give them to them free at the line.
He hits the second from the line. And he makes all 3. Philadelphia trails by 5. Outside Scott, outside White. Fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. And Kansas City making a change here. On the free throw, no good. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for Kansas City. Here's Sullivan.
Away team.
Kansas City shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
2 shots.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Banks kicks to Scott. And Griffin sends it back. Teague feeling it out a bit. Softly drops in the floater. Teague's got his second bucket.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Now, here's Scott. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Teague. Scott pulls it in. Philadelphia trails by 7. Left side Banks over Teague. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
Here's Banks following the 3 by Kansas City that went in. Kick out to King. They need this. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Here's ABC. Pass to Sullivan. 6 on the shot clock. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Yeah, way to
team
play
foul.
in attack mode and get to the line.
For Kansas
And, you know, the
City.
defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the
line for
layup
2.
and not giving up the and one.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Kansas City.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
To end the run. Rebounded by Kansas City. Griffin's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Oh, Griffin in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
There's the pass to Montgomery. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Honeycutt. Here's the 3. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Shot from 12. The putback is no good. Pass to Bryant. The second chance effort. Here's Cox.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Here's Montgomery. Here's Young. Oh, and the dunk by Young.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Craig. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, but, I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Here's Bryant. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Can't get it to fall.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
For Philadelphia, they have gone 0 for 3 in the game at the line, missing all previous chances.
2 shots.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And it's something they know that if they improve, can really have a big impact on their success.
That free throw missing. That one is no good. Kansas City leading by 14. Griffin passes to Collier. Outside Bryant. Sullivan defended by Young. Passes it to Collier. Here's Cox. And the layup's good off the glass.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
To the middle. Here's Clement. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup.
Number 22.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
ABC passes to Sullivan. Inside. Here's Griffin. Doesn't go for him. And it's Philadelphia the other way. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Sullivan. It's deflected. Here's Honeycutt, defended by Griffin. Pass to Montgomery. Here's Honeycutt. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A 3 at the buzzer, that'll do it.
And that does it for the first quarter. Kansas City leads by 9. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen, guys, from Kansas City.
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
We've got Griffin. He's out there with ABC, and it's Little in at the 3.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And for Philadelphia, we've got White. King is out there with Scott, and it's Perry in at the 4 spot. That was the 2K drive, as that move deserved another look.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Banks dishes to White. Launches a 3. Rebounded by Kansas City. Outside Griffin. King with the steal. Outside Banks. Kicks it to Scott. Greg, we know from time to time things get pretty trippy out there. What kind of things would get under your skin when you played in the NBA?
Oh, you know, guys tended to talk a little trash, and that could rattle you. That could bother you at times, but you really just tried to maintain your focus and keeping your eye on the prize.
And so Kansas City now. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Nice ball movement by Kansas City. Puts up a 3. And they'll get another chance. Here's Cox. And at last, they get one to fall. Cox has got 6.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
And Philadelphia calls time here. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Kicks it out to Banks. The pass to King. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Pass to Teague. Down low, Cox. They get it back. And that's out of bounds. Kansas City will retain possession. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
Boy, and that'll give them a nice injection. Nothing like a rejection to get a team fired up.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
And with that shot, the Kansas City lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Banks. For Kansas City, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. And Kansas City decides to take their first timeout here.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
That was your Kansas City answer.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one,
A
Kevin.
little surprise, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
It actually almost makes it a little more special. Grace over power is how I would look at it.
Philadelphia shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. And the first one at the line is good. Scott hits them both. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Now here's Little. White covering. Shot clock at 6. Kansas City needs to get off a shot. Teague for 3. That shot is off, coming up empty for the second time this game. 4 for 6. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
For Philadelphia, they have only made 2 attempts, shooting poorly at the line in this one.
They've scored really well this quarter. Keep it up, and they'll find themselves right back in it.
Banked in off the glass. 6 points for him.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
It's Scott on the wing. 6 points for him. Here's Perry. And he battles for the ball and gets the second change bucket. Perry's got his first 2 points of the night.
Really strong rebounding on the interior. He gets the easy putback.
Kansas City leading by 5. King with the block. Right side, White. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. White's got his second basket of the night.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Pass to Little. An easy 2 points on the layup. And Kansas City leads by 5.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Teague. And Kansas City making a change here. That's checked in. To the inside. Picked his pocket. And now Philadelphia on the break. Here's Montgomery. Here's Young. And it's Young finishing it off.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Now, here is Webb. Trains the three-pointer.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
King outside. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Checking in for Kansas City.
Kansas City leading by 6.
Bryant.
Time called here. Kansas City decides
Kansas
to talk
City
it over.
calls timeout. Who wants a t-shirt? Make some noise! Make some noise for your Kansas City dancers.
And so Kansas City now. At one point, they led by 16. Bryant passes to Sullivan. Now here's Little, defended by Young. Little with the ball. He's against Young. Good defensive work there by Young. Philadelphia trails by 6. Here's Montgomery. Pass to Honeycutt. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Three-pointer.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Philadelphia with a new shot clock. And there's the pass to King. Oh, offensive interference.
Goaltending call. The basket will count.
Kansas City leading by 6. Now Webb shoots, and the shot is long. 1:37 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Montgomery. It's stolen by Little. The three from Bryant. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
First personal foul, first team foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
Kansas City, Bryant. 3 shots.
And he hits the first of 3. Griffin's check in for Kansas City. And the second free throw, good. And he nails the third.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Now, here's Scott. He's got 6. Outside Banks. Oh!
Mercy, mercy me.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
And you know what? He does. I mean, in the NBA, you've got to have ways to score over defenders of all sizes.
Now here's White. 8 feet away. No good. He has missed 3 of his 5 attempts this game.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's Sullivan, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. Philadelphia trails by 9. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Scott. And no good. Nice D from Bryant. With 4 seconds on the clock. No good on the layup.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
So it's Kansas City ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. We've reached halftime of our first regular season game.
I'm swimming.
I thought you thought maybe the first half was going swimmingly. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet. Checking out Kansas City. And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
Well, they were really in attack mode. Most telling stats how many times they got to the free throw line. They weren't all afraid to get their hands and get those elbows dirty. You know I'm a specialist when it comes to the elbows.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
Well, the best way that they can get back into this game is to show up for a rebound. They need to prevent second chance points. Fight. I mean, fight to get their own. If they could do that, this game's still within them.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Little out there with Griffin. And it's ABC. And it's Teague in at the shooting guard. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half. And they will call over the back on the play.
Sometimes it's just better to concede a rebound instead of fighting through the guy and getting called for over the back.
Yeah, I agree. And you've got to have a sense of when you're not going to be able to get to the ball. That just wasn't a smart foul.
Oh, Teague in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
You know, that's about as good a defensive play as you're going to see. Instant reaction to get a hand on the shot. Beautifully done.
Here's Cox. Cox controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Banks kicks to White. Poked away. Here's Little. Makes it off the glass. Little's got 5 now.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
Still going hard, and that kind of energy and effort is how they built this lead.
And it's Scott with the jam.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it.
That might indeed ignite a spark in this team.
White trying to get open. And with that shot, the Kansas City lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from King. Pass to Cox. He kicks it to Little. With the putback. And Griffin stays with it. 8 points for him.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Back to White. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight. And he makes the first. We're seeing a lot of pretty lively pregame dance routines from the players. You got any of that in your repertoire, say, before we begin a broadcast?
Oh, Kevin, I think pretty soon we should work out a few sequences. Get ourselves fired up. You game?
Come on, Greg. I'm not sure about that. But you go ahead and do it. And the shot is good. Little's got 4 points this quarter.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Outside Banks. Another miss by Philadelphia.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
ABC's checked in for a Little. Now, here's Scott. He's got 8. Outside Banks. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seated. They get it again. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Finished the season last year around 80% from the stripe.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
Now, here's Scott. Outside Banks. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And now here comes Teague leading the break. Defended by Scott. Clock at 6. Lets it go. And Kansas City misses again. Philadelphia trails by 19. Passes to Banks. Nails the wide open jump shot. Banks has got 8. Here's Cox. He's got 8. Outside Teague. Pass to Collins.
Awaiting foul.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
3rd team foul. Substitution on the court.
Takes it from 10. And Kansas City misses again.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Here's Honeycutt. Teague covering. That one off the back iron and out. Kansas City leading by 17. Sullivan the pass to Collier. A floater. The rebound by Young.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult
as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Not that long ago, of course, the analytical team shot way more three-pointers, and they found a temporary edge. But now every team shoots a lot of threes, and it's more about personnel. When it's a superstar shooting the ball, that mid-range jumper can be very efficient. Guys?
And, D.A., we see it all the time. Brandon Ingram with the New Orleans Pelicans. KD, the two players in Phoenix with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. DeRozan in Chicago. We'll hit those all day long. David, thank you. Here's Sullivan. Those three-pointers off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
To the right side. Tries from 7. Another miss by Philadelphia. Kansas City leading by 19. Out to the right wing. It's deflected.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Montgomery. Here's Clement. Goes back up. And he sinks the layup.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
And the pass to Sullivan. Now Griffin takes a 3. Honeycutt grabs the board.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Offensive rebound. Young.
Away team foul. Young.
Ryan is checked in for Kansas City. Webb comes in for ABC.
Substitution on the court.
And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for Kansas City. Here's Teague. A shot. No good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. To the middle. To the paint. Kicks it out to Banks. 56 seconds left in the third quarter. Second chance shot. And he makes good on the layup. Banks has got 10.
And look at it. A significant portion of their offense coming on those second chance opportunities.
Yeah, they've played with more hunger. Very impressive with the effort they put on the glass. I like that tenacity.
Now here's Bryant. Down low. Young with the steal. Inside. Oh, and the dunk by Young.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Fourth team foul. At the line for Kansas City.
The first one falls.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Scott against Bryant. Right side Scott. Outside White. The tray. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Kansas City finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And we'll be back with you shortly. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Kansas City leading by 15, so on the floor for Philadelphia. They've got Scott, and it's Banks in at the 1. Webb against Banks. Bryant the pass to Cox. 6 to shoot. It's tipped. Here's Perry, defended by Griffin. Philadelphia moving the ball around.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Cox, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Fifth personal foul.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Kansas City.
I like this throwback approach they're taking. Look to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
And I've also noticed how opportunistic they've been off turnover, doing a really good job taking advantage of the opponent's mistakes.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Kings checked in.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Passed a little. Griffin with it. Goes up from the top of the key. Great positioning on the putback. 10 points for ABC.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Now here's Banks. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Time called here. Kansas City decides to talk it over. Teague's checked in for Bryant. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, during the break, I listened in on J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Thank you, David. He was all alone on that one. And Kansas City leads by 14.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Now, here's Scott. Kicks it to Banks. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Griffin against King. From deep. And with that shot, the Kansas City lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Banks. Passes it to Little. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. King with the block. And that's out of bounds. Kansas City will retain possession. And Philadelphia making a change here. Perry's checked in.
Perry.
Shot from the inbound. And the layup good by T.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Philadelphia trails by 13. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Now here's Banks. Back to Scott. There's the triple. Rebounded by Kansas City. Griffin's got his 16th rebound on the night.
Away team foul. Scott. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
The first free throw is good.
Kansas City. Griffin at the line for 2.
Griffin hits them both. Philadelphia trails by 17. There's the three. They grab their own miss. Here's King. And Griffin sends it back. Scott the pass to White. Shot clock at 6. Goes up again. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Fourth personal foul. First team foul. Shooting.
And that one falls for White.
Taking 2 shots.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Kansas City leading by 16. Lets it go with the 3. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Banks dishes to Scott. Out to White. Pass to Perry. Back to White. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Connects from three-point range. Banks has got 12 points in just the second half.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
The pass to Little from outside the arc. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And stolen by White. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Works that one inside. Nice.
Time called here. Kansas City decides to talk it over.
Make some noise for your Kansas City.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game.
I tell you what, DeRozan has been incredible with his attacking at the offensive end, and it's been all game long. Never hesitating to attack a gap in the defense, and then he found a lot of points by slicing his way right to the cup.
Kansas City leading by 14. Outside Teague. King with the block. Scott against Teague. Here's White. And the basket is good. White's got 5 points now this quarter.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Banks with the block. And here comes White, leading the fast break. He goes up again. And that one is off. And Kansas City will go the other way with it. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Griffin trying to get open, and Kansas City misses again. Philadelphia trails by 12. And White kicks to Banks. Pass to Scott. King outside. Passes it to White. It's stolen by Little. And they're running. And that one drops for him. He's got 20.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now, here's Scott. From 17 feet out. Kick out to King. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots. 1:16 left in the 4th quarter. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Banks. Outside, White. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up. At this point, it's looking like it's over. Time is winding down, and this is going to be a win for Kansas City.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. Second shot opportunity. Scott the pass to White. Rebounded by Kansas City.
And probably coming out of the game anyway. I think we're officially into garbage time.
Never good to lose a player to fouls, but fortunately, he's not the only talent they have. They've got other guys that can fill his spot.
Reynolds, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
All alone, a huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Well, so often we see this, transition buckets off turnovers.
And we know turnovers are painful and costly. You get loose with the ball on one end and get punished on the other end.
And so Kansas City takes the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports.